Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're doing a plan with me from January 26th through February 1st. The first thing I am doing is updating my sidebar. We were closed for the first 2 days of the week, so Monday and Tuesday, and then I worked 8 to 5 Wednesday, Thursday, and then 8 to 4 on Friday. And yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into the week. My nephew was out of school all week. In fact, he was not with us. He was with his other grandparents because with the freeze and everything, it just was not going to be safe for him to come back to our house. So, even though I had Monday and Tuesday already set up, stuff happens. So you just pivot. So yeah, I'm putting down my stickers. Putting down the stickers first is actually really good. Um, so that's why I keep doing it. But I think on Tuesday I actually end up kind of changing that. But anyways, so um, while I'm now going to write, I'm going to go through the week, through the day. I'm sorry, I got up about 9 that day. I had a Pop Tarts for breakfast. The internet went down at some point, and we did not get it back until Wednesday. I actually think it went down late Sunday evening. I honestly could not tell you. Um because well, I didn't notice it until I tried to get on my desktop computer, which is what I do all of this editing and stuff on. But anyways, my mom made chicken fried steak and we had some leftovers with it as well. I filmed some and then I printed and cut mini kits. I did the last 3 kits for my 2022 planner. So then I read some Lore Olympus and I showered and I went to bed by 10 o'clock and I had a snow day and I put that it's icy. So again, we were closed on Tuesday. Here is where instead of putting the stickers down first, I'm putting the stickers down and writing. So I woke up at my normal time on Tuesday with every intention of going in around noon. Um, but in a group text, when I was telling the attorneys I was coming in at noon, they said, don't worry about it because the building had lost power. So what I did instead was I used my phone as a hotspot and I edited and recorded voiceovers for um, some of my 2022 planner stuff, and I got a little bit of a jump on uh, some other stuff for this particular planner. And then I had takoki for lunch. You can buy them in a bowl at Walmart. It's the Bulldog brand, and they are so good. They are so spicy, and I can handle me some spice. And then using this beanie or toque if you're from Canada, I think. Yes. Using that, I'm putting that the power went out at 4:30. I read a little Lore Olympus um, before I went out into the living room where my mom and sister were because it was still somewhat warm in my room, but I put that my sister stayed the night. And then about 9:30, we were very, very fortunate. We got the power back. Um, so I was technically in bed by 10 o'clock that night. And then I'm putting that it was still icy out as my special thing. Now moving on to Wednesday. Um, I'm using this Coffee Monster Co. Mini icon to mark that I was going back to work. Um, so a lot of people were without power still, and a bunch anybody who could make it in went into work, and we were a little short staffed that day, but I would rather people be safe than come to work. And we have been told that those days would be counted as free days, not to worry about turning in any time on them. So, and then I had Subway for lunch, uh, and putting that phone down, I'm putting that the internet was back at the house, because I'm old enough to remember dial up. So, and you couldn't use your phone, like you couldn't use your house phone if you were hooked to the internet, because if you did, it would knock you off the internet. And then I am putting that it was a chill work day, especially for us having been closed for 2 days. But there were a lot of businesses that were still closed as well. And then I had my leftover Subway sandwich for dinner that night. I got to wash my hair. And yes, I was off schedule doing that because of the power being out. But I washed my hair. I worked on some videos before bed, and then I went to bed about 9 o'clock. And I'm using this hair dryer sticker to say that I can wash and dry my hair, because um there was no way I was going to wash my hair with it being freezing outside and the possibility of it being freezing in my house. So moving on now to Thursday, um I'm putting down that it got just a hair warmer, and by a hair warmer it was not uh freezing throughout the day, just the beginning of the day and the end of the day. Um and so I'm using this frazzled girl working sticker to put that the morning flew by. It did. One minute I look down, it's 9:30, and the next I look up and it's time to go to lunch. And my mom came and had lunch with me. We went to the local Chinese place. And then, because the morning was so fast, of course, the afternoon had to just drag. Um, it was terrible. And then, using another hair dryer sticker, I'm putting down that I washed my hair, and I'm putting in parentheses to get myself back on track. And then I changed my Dexcom. I went to bed by 8:30, and then I got to work on some videos after I changed my Dex, but I didn't have room to mark that, so I'm just doing that at the bottom. And then for Friday, it was payday, which was already marked. I am putting down this scales sticker to put that I lost zero point 0.4 pounds, which was very shocking considering I was home. But I don't think that I was actually eating as much as it felt like to me. I was just home and eating what I wanted, and not a lot of it was very good for me. But anyways, um, I had a headache when I first went to work, and I'm using that wind sticker to show that the wind was freezing. It was above freezing, but the wind was so cold that it really made no difference. And then I had a closing for lunch. I had a place called Hebrews. They have what's called the two scoop. You can get chicken salad and pimento cheese. Um, Used to not like pimento cheese, but now I do apparently. So, but I also went to Walmart and I bought some lunches for work. I got some coffee creamer because I had been out uh, for a couple of days. And then it was a crazy afternoon. Uh, and to end off work at 4 o'clock, I went to the post office because we were still short staffed, so we didn't have anybody to take the mail to the post office. And then I came home and I had some me time. I watched TV with my mom, and I'm just trimming up the stickers so I could just tap the TV. We watched our regular shows for now: The Pit, The Rookie, and High Potential. And then I filmed Monday through Friday of this video. Um, and then I'm going to put this cute little washi sticker down that you're going to see in just a second because I'm a little ahead of myself. And I did a lot of journaling while we watched TV. Okay, and now we're going on to the monthly, where I'm going to catch up my weekly stickers, or my sticker a day. I'm sorry. And I'm using that girl with the money to mark payday. Uh, that's either a pie or bread for Subway. Um, some journaling stuff got done on Tuesday, and snow day on Monday. And yes, I did that backwards. So moving on, I am putting down this happy birthday sticker on Sunday because it is my uncle's birthday today. And I forgot to mark it down. So now today I went back and did stickers first, then wrote down stuff. So um yeah. Uh it's been a very weird week, and next week is going to be weird as well because, spoiler alert, I have to work in the other location Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which means I have to get up earlier and leave about 30 minutes early to drive all the way there. So, but real quick, I got up at 10 yesterday. I did a lot of journaling again. Um, we had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch. We watched The Materialists finally with Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal, and it was okay. It was nice to look at Pedro and Chris Evans. Um, and then I had a Pop Tart for dinner, you can call it. We watched part of Captain America: The Winter Soldier just to kind of eat up time. Uh, and then I had a bath and I went to bed by 10:30. And now moving on to Sunday, I got up today about 10:30. I did the trash and the litter. I folded some laundry. I caught up my journals again. I did my YouTube work, which is what I'm doing right now. My nephew may be home today. There's not exactly an answer to that. I'm going to take an everything shower and then I'm going to go to bed at some point. But we are getting to the end of the video, and I'm just showing you my monthly layout for January and the start of February. Um, I'm updating my line a day. And yeah, so we are here at the end of the video. I'm going to say thanks for watching. I hope you have a good week. You're having a good day. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.